Taking a trip to self-discovery can be beautiful. And a little bit scary.
Haiku! Ready to tackle anything keeping me from knowing who I am?
Hello everyone, welcome to Patiently Moving, where we are learning to patiently move through this journey of self-love because it is just that, a journey. I am your host, Candace J. Dunkley, and I'm so happy to be with you. Today we are talking about self-discovery, also known as learning about yourself. Now let me back up for a little bit. We've been talking about what self-love actually means and breaking it down into pieces, and then I thought of this analogy. See, self-love is a journey. So along the journey, there are areas, regions, cities we need to stop at. So today we are heading to the city of self-discovery, also known as learning about yourself. The truth is, sometimes I wish self-discovery could be as easy as going to the wise one and hearing them say, "My child, this is who you are." The truth is, self-discovery is an interesting journey. Sometimes you have some really high moments and it's like all sunshine. And other times you feel like you are being rained on. The point is, self-discovery has been helping me unpack some of that resistance, getting in the way of me building the life I love, and most importantly, loving myself. As a matter of fact, self-discovery actually supports all the other regions of self-love. Let's face it, it's hard to accept yourself, be honest with yourself, have empathy for yourself, celebrate yourself, advocate for yourself, and be patient with yourself. Those last two we'll cover in the next episode. If you don't understand yourself, you gotta discover yourself. You have to know the answers to questions like, why do you do the things you do? Or why do I do the things I do? And let's face it, taking a trip to self-discovery can be beautiful. And a little bit scary. But the question is, how do we practice it? First, hold on. Actually, let me get into doctor mode. First, all right, let me check your heart. Okay, after my detailed analysis, it appears to me that you are alive, which means that you are already on the self-discovery journey. Yes! So, here is something that you can do to further learn about yourself based on what you've already been through. Marie Forleo had this great decade in review she had people do, I think right before 2020 hit. And so one of the things she said was to analyze your wins and to analyze your lessons. So for your wins, what you want to do is write down all the ways you've succeeded, all the ways that you have won. And why do you want to do that? Because as you're analyzing your life, you want to start from a place of overflow, from a place of abundance, from a place of, yes, I did that. Now, sometimes it can be challenging because especially when we have things we're just naturally good at, we tend to overlook it. Like, oh, anyone could have done that. Anyone could have won in this area. No, they couldn't have. You have won in areas of your life that you need to give yourself some credit for. So think about it, and then write it down. And then also think about your lessons. So you can learn about your lessons by looking at the areas where you messed up or you feel like you messed up, things that you had to overcome. What are lessons that life has taught you? Everything that you've been through, even if you were in the wrong, it's a lesson for you to learn to be better for the next season of your life. So in this self-discovery journey, we are journaling, we are thinking, we are looking back at all the things that we have learned from, the wins and the challenges, and we are using it to help us further our journey in the best way possible. On to step 2. I don't need this anymore. Step 2 is do something that you've always wanted to do. Travel, level up your career, start a YouTube channel. Do something that's been on your mind. When you listen to that little voice inside you that's been nudging you to go in a certain direction, you never know the amazing things that you will pull outside of yourself, as well as the things that you will pull out of yourself that you didn't realize that you needed to deal with.
Like your biggest fears.
The next one, if you've been following me, then you may think I sound like a broken record, but look, it is true. Therapy has helped me a lot in my self-discovery journey. That's right, I said it. Therapy has helped me in my self-discovery journey. It's helped me learn things about myself. Patterns I didn't realize I was repeating, toxicity I didn't realize I was dealing with, my strengths, my challenges. It really has helped me. So therapy has been a big part of the journey, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. So if you're thinking about it, hey, maybe it's something you want to consider. Lastly, this statement has been very helpful in my self-discovery journey, and that is, maybe I am exactly where I need to be in this moment. Why is that helpful? Well, I don't know about you, but for me, as I go through self-discovery, sometimes I learn about things about myself that, to be honest with you, I'm just not crazy about. And then that can lead to all the negative self-talk. In addition, when you're trying to up-level your life and make that next step, make a big leap, it can be a reminder that you're not exactly where you want to be. Is it just me, or does your brain work like that too? No, it's just you. Loser! Negative self-talk aside, let me know in the comments if you resonate with this or any of the other self-discovery things that I mentioned. Look, for me, when I start with that negative self-talk, my brain starts to get filled with all the I shoulds. I should be here. I should be doing this. I should have done that. And that can be like pollution for my mind. No good. No good. But when I let that go, and when I say to myself, maybe I am where I need to be in this moment. Maybe I'm learning a lesson in this moment. Maybe this is the part of the journey that I really need to be grateful for in this moment. When I say that, my brain begins to let go of all the I shoulds, and I can accept my now, and most importantly, I can accept myself. That is all I got for today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash that like button, okay? Because it lets YouTube know to send it out to other people like yourself who can grow from it, as I also grow from it. And make sure you subscribe, okay? Hit that subscribe button. Now that we're done, go drink your water, as I will continue to remind you. And remember, you deserve to love you, and the world will be a better place when you do. See you next time. Now, can y'all believe I forgot the signature ending of the show? Look, I am patiently moving through patience. Let's talk about it. Y'all know I want everything yesterday, but I'm working on it. So I celebrate myself for owning the fact that I need to work on patience and actually working on it. So much so that I have a show named after it, okay? Patiently moving. I am patiently moving through my need to be patient. And that includes with myself, but I'm owning it so I can work on it, and I celebrate myself for that. Now, see you later.